Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, it's Monday night, and what do we do on Monday night? It's Urban Sentinel Live. Happy New Year, everyone. I know it's a little late, but this is our first show of our new season. We took a break from middle of November up to now. We had to get ourselves together, get a little rest. So we're back. We're back. We're back. So tonight, coming all the way from Washington D.C., I got my man, Mr. Bey Bright. Mr. Bey Bright, how you doing tonight?
What's up, Reg? Everything is lovely, man. Feels fantastic to be here with you, Reggie. Happy New Year. What's up to the Urban Sentinel, man? Feels so good.
Hey, good. I'm glad to have you here tonight.
Yes,
For you
sir.
all that don't know, Bray Bright, he's the next Marvin Gaye. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. A man is doing very well in the music industry. He's doing very well. He's probably one of, or either the one independent artist in the world, number one independent artist in the world, who's doing his thing. I mean, he's doing good here nationally here in the United States, but he's doing excellent overseas. I just had to get my man on, sit down for a few minutes, talk to him about what's going on with his career and what his plans are for the future. So, Bay, tell me, man, how did you get into being an independent artist?
Well, Reggie, I got into the whole music thing. I mean, my father and my mother played music all over the house, man. So I caught the bug of music, and I just really decided to go from it from there, man. It was like, I wanted to produce, I wanted to write. So a lot of the times I was trying to, get record deals, but it wasn't working out. So I just decided to try to do it myself, and here we are.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So look, let's just go ahead across the pond, okay? And let's
Uh-huh.
let's just get started there. Most of your songs, the majority of your songs, I've been following you now. I've been checking you out now on the chart. They be
Mhm.
at number one or right at number one. What is your appeal to the people across the pond over in
But you know
England?
what? They have a real love over in the UK and overseas for R&B soul, man. They go way back. They really delve deep into the artists, and I just think they take to the soul sound. I have a contemporary R&B sound, but a nostalgic. So my style is called soul nostalgia. So they just have a great love for it, man. So they picked up on Bey Bright and my music, and I've been rocking with them ever since. Shout out to the UK.
Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Now, have you? Well, I'm pretty sure you have. When is the last time you've been to the UK to play? To do your show live in the UK. When's the
Well,
last time
what's
you did that?
funny? I've been out there last. It's been about 3 years now since I've been out there, and I haven't been able to do anything live because of the pandemic. By the time my name started really bubbling as me as the front man, the pandemic hit 2020, like late 2019, early
Hmm.
2020, man. So it shut everything down. But I'm looking to get out there, hopefully this year, late this year, and going into 23 for sure.
Hmm.
These viruses, man, it's messing everything up.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's travel now is a mess, and then the requirements for traveling out of the country and traveling back in the country, man. They'll wear you out trying to get back in. It'll
Definitely,
definitely wear
definitely.
you out. Now, will you suggest or push people to become independent artists versus going through the Motowns and the Sonys and all that kind of stuff, man?
I would push them because waiting around for the next person to give you an opportunity is just not the way. I mean, I spent a lot of years trying to get on through the traditional means. Now, if you can get on, if you have that kind of connection, you get lucky enough, then it's a lot of benefits to being on a major label. It's really about the promotion and the
Hmm.
upfront money. But I would encourage those to go independent if they have the right budget, if they have the right strategy and marketing, because it's still a business. You're still competing with everybody that's out there on a major label and then on the independent. So I would say if you got the hustle and the grind for it, like our guy Raheem Devon, let's take him for example from the
Hmm.
DMV. He started on a major label, but he decided to pack his bags and go indie, and he's been doing this thing. But the good thing about a guy like Raheem Devon or a guy like Stokely from Mint Condition or even a Johnny Gill, who are all now independent like myself, they have the advantage of having that major label notoriety in those years with the machine, so it's easier for them to kind of go independent, you know. But for me, I wish sometimes I would have been able to get that major deal, because all the stuff that I know how to do single-handedly, it would be I'd be even way bigger than I am right now, because I would have had the branding of the major machine.
Right. Now, as you do independent, as you roll as an independent artist, I assume that you have to dig deep in your pockets for your promotional costs and recording costs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's very expensive. I mean, and that's why, you got to be very strategic, and you got to have a budget and a game plan, Reggie. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart. A lot of families get broken up, divorces. I mean, I'm speaking from personal experience. The years of the grind took its toll on my personal family life. So, but I just had to do what I had to do. I mean, I had a dream and I had to pursue it by any means necessary, but it's very expensive, I must say.
Mm. Have you ever thought about doing something with Raheem? You and Raheem getting together, and Johnny Gill, the DC,
Man,
the
yeah, you know
DMV
what?
guys?
I gotta get my name up, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they
Uh-huh.
seen me around and heard of me, but it's all politics and it's all about, vibes. But I love those brothers. I got all their music. So as I continue to build my brand up, I definitely hope to reach out to the management and, just kind of touch base and see if we can pull
Hmm.
together, because they gotta see me by now. I'm out here now. But it's really about I gotta get up enough credibility for them to even wanna deal with a guy on an independent level. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. But man, you doing the darn thing, man. So
Oh man.
that's why I look at,
Yeah.
because I look at the amount of time you put in on Instagram and other forms of social media to push yourself.
Right, right.
You
I
know.
mean, yeah. I mean, you know what, Reggie? Like I said, I look at guys like yourself, an entrepreneur who has your own magazine. I mean, it's the same premise. You doing publications, I'm doing music, and it's just about grinding. You got to really love this, and you got to believe in yourself. Because like I said, the money and the time and energy it takes, you got to really have the passion. So I feel good, and with the advent of social media, you
Hmm.
know, it's made it somewhat easier to leverage my name out there, my brand through the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Instagrams.
Yeah. And look, and I agree with you. You got to have a love for what you're doing,
Yeah.
because when you look at on my side of the aisle, when you look at a magazine that like Ebony that went down, and then it's got all
Mm,
this funding and everything, you be like sitting back saying, I'm doing the same thing they're doing. Where's my money coming from?
yeah, man.
It's all about loving what you do, man. It's all
Yeah,
about
yeah.
loving what you
It's
do.
the love. It's about the love and the passion. And again,
Hmm.
from a financial, people ask me all the time. It can be very expensive, but you got to make sure, if you only got $500, you got to make sure you put that $500 in the right spots to get the most bang for your buck. And that's a
Yeah.
low number, but I'm just saying you got to think like, man, this is my last nut right here.
Hmm.
I got to make it count, as opposed to just wasting money in frivolous places. I mean, it's a learning experience, though, Reggie. It's a curve. I spent
Right.
hundreds of thousands in my career, trying to get to where I am today. So, I mean,
Hmm.
that's really been the investment, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And
Hmm.
I mean, I was lucky enough to have, the money to really do it, but it was a very expensive journey. And I'm
Now, do
still
you
on that journey.
now do you do a lot of interviews with your audience in the UK? Because of technology, it's almost like you're there, you're just around the corner, but you're
Oh
not.
man, yeah, yeah, all the time, man. Again, because like you said, that's like from an international standpoint, that's my number one market, and so I'm always doing radio interviews and sit downs with over the Zooms and the Skypes and the Stream Yards. So yeah, I'm always. I mean, I got
Hmm.
about 10 of them lined up, in between now and next month.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Tell me what's unique about. I know we talked about it earlier, but what's unique about the UK audience? What's unique about
I mean, again, it's just their love and their knowledge for the records. What I learned, and this goes back way, if you talk to a lot of major label artists that get older and that go over there, their knowledge of the record, like they would get into the album. So what's unique about them is their attention to detail. They know all about you as the person. They know every record that you've ever made. I mean, they really delve deep. Where America, sometimes we kind of just only go as deep as what the radio plays. They
Hmm.
tend to go a little deeper. So that's what makes them unique. And they always come out to support. And there's no real timetable. That's another unique thing why a lot of American artists love the UK and overseas, because you could be have a 30-year career, but you might not be popping here in the United States, but over there you live forever if they love you. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, two of my, Melissa Morgan, she just came back
Yeah.
from the UK. She did something right before Christmas. I think
Mhm.
Melba Moore did something recently in the
Mhm.
UK also. I think around
Yeah,
right after Thanksgiving, first of
definitely.
December. So I guess if you're going to maintain and stay relevant, you have to go where the people love you at.
Hey, that's what it's
Really
about,
love you.
man. You know,
Hmm.
that's the thing about life, and I learned that. I mean, when I took my game to the UK first, because I would spend years here in the United States, but I make
Hmm.
a more contemporary classic R&B nostalgic vibe. But today's vibe is for the young kids from an R&B. It's more R&B hip hop fused. You know, you got to go where they love you, man. So sometimes as Americans, man, we can get stubborn. I know I'll speak for myself. You want to bang it home. I want the
Hmm.
DMV. I want New York. I want Philly. I want LA. But I said, I'm not going to wait for that to happen. I'm going to
Hmm.
go to the UK, get my name out there, and wherever the love and the money comes from. Because the truth is, I got to get a return on investment too, bro. So they paying me nicely from the UK. But again,
Right.
America, shout out to the US. I'm finally breaking through here. So again,
Hmm.
it was smart for me to kind of go there and then come back. So that's where we
Hmm.
are with it.
Now, how do you do in the DMV area, your hometown area? How what's your response?
Oh,
how are we treating you here in DMV?
I mean, the DMV is always the toughest, man. Like we talked about Marvin Gaye earlier. I mean,
Hmm.
he had to go to Detroit and get love. I mean, they love him here, but I mean, again, a lot of people, even let's go with Johnny Gill and Raheem Devon. I
Hmm.
can guarantee you, if you had them talk, they would say they have at least 10 bigger markets than the DMV. They may politically not say that, but I know the game enough and I know what they've done in their career. The DMV is historically, especially for guys like me and Johnny and Raheem from a certain age group, go-go was the dominant music.
Hmm.
So you could have, I'm trying to think, Tony Terry, Kenny Lattimore, they from DC,
Hmm.
DMV. I can tell you right now, Chuck Brown, Jazz Funk, Little Benny, they were bigger stars than Kenny Lattimore and Tony Terry and
Hmm.
Johnny Gill. That's a fact in DC. You understand what
Hmm.
I'm saying? But not across the country.
Right.
So to answer your question, shout out to Dave Dickinson over at Heart and Soul over at Sirius XM. He does a little something called Sunday Mimosa, and he showed
Hmm.
me a little love. So so from the DMV area, he's shown me love. Shout out to WHUR, Angela Stribling, Tracy Luttrell. They've played my music, had me on, So the
Hmm.
DMV has shown me love from the WHURs to the XM Sirius
Hmm.
XM, excuse me. So yeah, and as far as the fans, yeah, the one thing when they hear me, they love me. I got love here too, but again, it's slowly built up over
Hmm.
time.
Good, good, man. Good. I'm glad we're getting on board to show you some love, man.
No
That's
doubt,
what it's
man.
all about.
Yes,
That's what
sir.
it's all
Yes,
about.
sir. Yeah, yeah.
Now, so now, as far as your recording is concerned, using studio time, do you do most of your studio time here in the DC area?
Yeah, yeah, I do some work out of Silver Spring, man. Shout out to Gemstar Studios and got a great engineer. Shout out to my man CR. And but out of Silver Spring, I got a nice situation out of Gemstar. So, throw my man a bone and give him some business. So y'all check him out. He's fantastic. His name is Carl. And so yeah, man, Silver Spring, Maryland. So that's what's up. That's where I do
Okay,
most of my stuff. Yes, sir.
okay, okay. I know we got a number of studios here in the DMV. We got
Yeah.
quite a few studios here.
Yeah, yeah,
You
it's a
would think,
lot.
yeah, you would think we did little Detroit, we did little Motown, with the number of studios we have here. You
Man,
know.
it's a lot of studios, a lot of work. And I mean, I
Mhm.
see a lot of, like I said, a lot of the DMV. so much creativity that comes from here. Now I'm a transplant, Reggie. You know, I'm originally from New York City, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm like half and half. I spent half my life in New York, born and raised, and I came to the DMV and grew up a lot of years out here too. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm like a hybrid at this point. But you know, this like I said, when you do the history, you got guys like Billy Stewart who made Sitting in the Park. He was from DC. Marvin Gaye, Peaches and Herb. I mean, you just got so many
Yeah.
greats, man. And
Yeah.
again, you know, a lot of times people don't even know that because
Mm-hmm.
again, musically, go-go was the dominant music. But that's
Yeah.
kind of faded now. But
Mm-hmm.
I use that as an example because
Mm-hmm.
it's still remnants like of a certain age range. You go to parties like cabarets, you could put R&B on, you know, you could play your Mays and Frankie Beverly, but then
Mm-hmm.
you put on some Chuck, you put on some Junkyard Band, some Red Essence, that's
It's
what's
all
going to
over
get it.
with then.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I know. I've been seeing it my
Mm-hmm.
all my life, man. So
Yeah.
you know, it's all good though, baby.
Yeah. It's all over with, boy. When they go hit, man, it's
Man, nothing
gone,
like it,
boy.
man. Go Go is a unique sound. I loved it, man. Like I said, I used to party at all the spots,
Uh-huh.
man, back in the day. The Celebrity Hall, the Metro
Right.
Club. I'm going back on them, baby. So people who
Mm-hmm.
know who's tuned in from the DMV, y'all know about the Black Hole. Y'all know about the Ibex, the Panorama Room, East Side. I was
Yeah.
there.
I know I was down at H Street Festival
Oh yeah.
during the summer, and
Uh huh.
down at the end, 'cause I came up from the train station, the Union Station end. So,
Uh huh.
that's a
Uh huh.
long walk going down there. You're
Yeah,
gonna
that's a
walk the
hike.
whole 8th Street corridor. And down at the end of the 8th Street corridor, boy, they were kicking it up with go-go music, man.
Oh
And that's
man.
where all the crowd was. The crowd had just
That's it.
gravitated towards
That's
the
what I'm
stage and
saying.
had the go-go music,
Yeah,
man.
it's never going to die. And I mean, like you
Yeah.
say, you know, this is it's like jazz to New Orleans or
Hmm.
Mardi Gras or you know hip hop to New York. Go Go is to Washington D.C. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
I love the vibe. I mean, I wish it was still kind of going the way it used to, man. You know, I don't know what the younger guys are doing so much
Hmm.
today, but it doesn't seem as prominent as it once was.
Right. Right. Now, tell me, what kind of advice would you give to an up and coming young person who's interested in the music industry,
Mhm.
career in music, being a musician, being a songwriter, being a singer, but they're facing the same obstacles you face as trying to get with one of the majors? What kind of advice would you give them now?
Well, I would give them the advice of you gotta have a unique sound and style, and you before that, forget uniqueness. You gotta build up your base. That's the most important
Hmm.
today, because it's not really about being unique. Because people copycat all the time. It's like so, if you're really trying to get the attention of the major labels, you have to do it yourself first. It's really nowhere else around that because they're looking at the analytics now. Like in sports, everybody's looking at how many streams you have, how many followers you have. So my advice would be to build up your own personal brand first, get as many followers and listeners as you can, and then you leverage that. So that's what I would say. I would also say learn the spirit of collaboration and cooperation. That's the word cooperation because in the music business, it's everybody's has an ego. I have an ego. The studio engineer has an ego. The video director. So one of the things is about the lack of cooperation keeps a lot of artists down. They don't get to the next level because everybody's always bickering about stuff. There's no money in the beginning. So just work together collectively, figure it all out early, be fair across the board, and just go. But until people learn how to control their egos, Reggie, it's going to be a lot of failed ventures in the music business and in life in general because it's hard to really get two people on the same page, let alone a
Hmm.
band. That's why bands don't exist anymore, really, because there was too many people in the pot to pay, too many egos. You know what I mean? Everybody wanted to go solo,
Hmm.
but that's my advice, man. Keep your ego in check. Learn how to cooperate, and you know, learn how to build your brand up so you can leverage it to get other opportunities. If
Yeah.
that's what you're looking for.
And I agree with you on the bands and everything because technology has really allowed you to create your own music
Hmm.
with the technical gadgets that they have now, as
Right,
far as
right.
creating music. You
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
I remember the last time that Janet Jackson was in D.C., which was years
Hmm.
ago.
Hmm.
I'm a musician also.
Oh, okay.
Trombone and keyboards, and
Oh,
don't play
okay.
them as much as I used to. So when I go to concerts, I'm always interested in the band, and
Hmm.
the sound
Hmm.
and everything. So I was looking for her
Yeah.
band, and her band consisted of a bass guitar player, a drummer, and
Hmm.
and a guy working technology. You know,
Yeah. It's a
just
new
using
day, Reggie.
computers. Just
That's it.
that was it, man. You
Hey,
know.
I was watching. It's funny you say that. I was at the MGM Grand out there
Mhm.
in Oxon Hill, Fort Washington area, and Charlie Wilson was in town about two
Uh-huh.
months ago, and he had a fantastic show. But
Mhm.
I could see he had his band, but I could see they was using some type of technology as well.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a new day, man. It ain't
yeah,
like the Gap, but like he didn't have the Gap band per se. He just had a couple of pieces and the technology, the guys on the board.
yeah, yeah. I
Sounded
mean,
great, but it was different.
yeah, it's different. I mean, the days of James Brown and his horn section and
Yeah,
rhythm
yeah,
section,
man.
them days gone.
Yeah,
You
you're a trombone guy. Yeah, a keyboard. You used to know, brass construction. You used to the
Yeah,
big
man. Oh
grooves.
man, I love
Yeah.
look. I love some brass construction, man.
Oh,
I'll
there
jump
you
on
go.
YouTube in a minute and bring me up
Oh
some
yeah,
brass construction,
there you
man.
go, man. I know your flavor, man. You like
Yeah,
them
I
horns,
mean
man.
I came up with those guys, man.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so that was some good music.
Yeah, they were man. They were funky.
Lakeside, Ohio
Lisa,
players, and all those
yeah,
guys, man.
that's the funk, man. That's the
Yeah,
funk.
yeah, that was it, man. Parliament Funkadelic, man.
No doubt. Woo.
That was
Earth, Wind,
it.
and Fire.
That was some music right there. Earth, Wind, and
Oh,
Fire. Yeah,
oh
yeah,
man, yeah.
yeah.
It ain't never gonna come back to that. You never
Nah,
know, but I
yeah.
doubt it. Like you said, because of technology, like I said, because everybody wants it right now,
Hmm.
microwavable music, and people can't really get along. Can you let's use guys like we talk about Parliament Funkadelic? What is about 20 of them brothers in that
Yeah.
band, man? Can you imagine that happening today?
Oh man, look, it would just been Boosie Collins and George Clinton up on the stage. That'd been it, you know.
That's it.
I
That's
mean,
it,
because
bro.
like I said, technology has changed. I mean, you have to change with the times and stuff. But look,
Definitely.
have you worked towards getting a sponsor or get people to sponsor your music, to work with you,
Hmm.
things of that
Hmm.
nature?
Yeah, well, again, Reggie, I have, and it's really all about building up the brand. So I feel like I'm at a place now through the amount of streams, the amount of records, and just my name notoriety from
Hmm.
coast to coast and overseas. It's now time to leverage that. So I got a couple of things working right now. We'll see what transpires in 2022. But to answer your question, yes. But again, nobody's interested in sponsoring you until they see what you can do for them and how they can benefit. So
Right.
I had to get my weight up, as we say, and
Hmm.
that's happening now. So yeah, I see a lot of new opportunities on the horizon for me, both here and internationally, as
Hmm.
far as sponsorship. So anybody listening to this, liquors, whatever you want, man, whatever's good, it's a bit. We can create this win-win situation.
Right.
Hey, you know.
Now look, tell me about the awards that you've won in the industry awards that you have won so
Yeah,
far.
well, I've been nominated for indie. Now, there's a whole, like I said, independent soul is really taking off here in America. They call it indie soul. So I've been nominated. I haven't quite won them yet, but I've been nominated several times. I've been nominated for Best Male Artist. I've been nominated for People's Choice Award twice. So, I'm hoping to get that win. Like Marvin Gaye spent his whole career without a Grammy until Sexual Healing, because he said, I think Lou Rawls kept beating him. So I'm in that space right now where,
Hmm.
I keep getting beat out. I get beat out by maybe an Anthony Hamilton or a Maxwell or whoever. But, but though these guys have gone independent, that's why I say that. But
Hmm.
I mean, it's all about getting the notoriety, Reggie. I would love to win, but I'm more proud of the records. Like I said, 1 million streams at the end of this year. That's a collective. So when I put that out there, a lot of people say, well, that's a lot. And now that's for independent, very hard to do. That's a
Hmm.
collective of all my records that have been on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. So when I got the analytics back, we crossed 1 million like at the end of the year of 2021. So it was a fantastic feeling.
Now, when you talk, when the 1 million streams, was that for
Mhm.
just 2021?
Just to no, that it culminated in 2021. So
Okay.
it was a combination of the last couple of years that it
Uh-huh.
all added up to. So it was like really between 2020, the beginning and the end of 2021, maybe a little bit in the 2019.
Uh-huh.
So I would say like a 2 year period. It takes a
Okay.
long time, man. When you independent, you don't have the name, but I mean, as an independent, that was just a cumulative effect of all platforms across the board. Like I said, I keep it real, man. A lot of people be fudging numbers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I put it out there. So mine is a combination of about a 2 year period between all the streaming services from Amazon, Apple, YouTube,
Uh-huh.
Spotify, my website, and that's how we did it on Pandora. Yep.
Uh-huh. But
Yeah.
that's still awesome. I mean, when you look at the number in million, that's a
Hmm.
large number. I don't care
Yeah.
if it took 2 years. That's still an awesome feat to
Yeah.
have people download your music or listen to it on YouTube or whatever a
Hmm.
million times.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I was played in 107. Now we talk about the year 2021.
Uh-huh.
Just on Spotify alone, I had 107 countries playing my music through that heard me on Spotify.
Uh-huh.
107. When I hear Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Israel, I mean, I can't believe it. The South Korea, you got Russia. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
Belgium. I mean, I'm
Uh-huh.
like, wow, I'm getting up
Yeah.
played in all those places. Like I said,
Uh-huh.
that's the beauty of analytics. Like, they give
Uh-huh.
you these reports now. You can just see where your music is being played. So the
Right.
borders have been broken down.
Yeah. And that's a great compliment to you, especially when you're getting hits in Saudi Arabia, which is a Muslim country, and they
Right.
don't. They look. Them people listen to. They sneaking under the bed trying to listen to your
Yes.
music, okay?
Yeah.
Because they're
And
not supposed to be listening to it, okay?
exactly.
So.
I got somebody told me, my guy who's promoting my video. I just did a video for my single off my new album SN4.
Uh-huh.
He can't love you. And he said that India is starved for American music. And so, because I was looking at a report, I was like, VH1 India, we're promoting it over there. And he was
Uh-huh.
like, you'd be surprised how much they want to just gobble up so much American culture and music. But like you said,
Uh-huh.
some of this got to be under the table because these countries have certain laws and
Yeah.
religious beliefs.
Uh-huh. But
But hey,
India is starved for stuff that's they trying to emulate America, okay?
okay,
The
yeah.
young people are because
Mm.
I've had opportunity to, and I was talking one time about starting a version of the magazine in India, okay?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because they, the young people, they look at America and they see a bright future, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
they emulate stuff that's coming out of America, and what we're doing here. They want to have that same outlet that
Right.
they want to do what we're doing, you know. So that's a good thing. I mean, that's
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
thing. But that's
yeah.
great to be able to have your music played around the world and people know your music. So then when you do start touring around the world, people are already going to be tuned in to you. They'll be ready and waiting for you, and they'll be at the live spot, paying to see you, go live.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I got the band. I just put the band together. We've been doing some practicing, and again, this
Hmm.
pandemic, man, I'm just waiting for things to break. But I'm getting
Hmm.
my vibes ready, man, because like I said, I'm stepping from a producer songwriting standpoint where I'm now doing that still, but now I'm singing on these records as the front man. So what
Hmm.
I'd like to do, and what I am going to do, is I'm going to put my little thing together, bring along some of my artists that I've been working with who are out of the DMV. Let me give a shout out to Nia Simmons, to Izane Norum, um, Anissa Hargrove. I mean, it's just a lot of, when I get my thing going, I want to bring the ladies that help me along the way, Darnay.
Hmm.
I mean, and, kind of just do my thing where I sing, but then I bring my little special guest in that help me kind of break in over the world in America because, again, I used to just be fronting it. So, it's a good thing, man. I'm just looking to get out there. Hopefully the pandemic slows down.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. To my audience, I've been talking to Mr. Bey Bright tonight, R&B artist, independent R&B artist, who's world-known international R&B artist, who's doing very well in the music industry. I want you all to go to YouTube or wherever you get your music from and download his songs. Let's help this brother out. Let's push this brother to the next level. I'll be doing some things with him for my March magazine. He'll be, featured in my March magazine. We'll go in a little more in depth about his career and what he's doing. So I'm looking forward to that. So before we close out, Bey, any final words?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say thank you so much to everybody worldwide who's been supporting my career. Bey Bright, I am the bad boy indie soul. I have my new album that just released in January called SN4, Music Beats and Life. But check out the whole Soul Nostalgia collection, volumes 1 through 4, to get a whole wide variety and array of what I do. Check out my website to get more information about me at beybrightbve.com. That's BEYBRIGHT, Check out my merch. I don't know if y'all can see my Soul Nostalgia. I got the Soul Nostalgia hoodies. I got the hats all on my website. And you can connect to my social media from my website. But Instagram is Bright Vision 29 and on Facebook, Bright Vision Entertainment. Thank you so much. I appreciate Urban Sentinel. Appreciate you, Reggie.
Okay, man. Appreciate you too. And if you want to get a copy of Urban Sentinel magazine, please go to urbansentinelmagazine.com for the latest edition of the magazine. We're featuring Pastor Dwayne Harvey this month, doing gospel music, doing a spotlight on gospel music this month. Hey, Bey, man, I appreciate you coming by, sitting down with us for a little bit. This has been long overdue. I apologize to you, my brother. But I got you. I finally got you. So
hey, that's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. I'm gonna hold you to that Urban Sentinel, man. I need to see me in that magazine. Hopefully, I can see myself on that cover. I saw the Melissa Morgan one for the holidays. That joint was tight. Yes, sir. I'm watching you, bro.
Hey, I tell you, I got you. I got you for March, man. I got you.
All right, man. That's what it is, man. DMV, I love you.
Hey, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna make it work, man. We're gonna make it work.
Right. That's what's up. Thank you, bro.
For the members of the audience who love politics, I want you to come back tomorrow night and to Real World Live. Man, Real World Live. You see, I've been out of it for a while. Real World News TV, okay? Real World Live. Real World News TV, where I'll be sitting down with Tony. I'll be sitting down tomorrow night. My co-host Cheryl Tappan won't be with us tomorrow night, but we're gonna be looking at the last couple of weeks and the last couple of weeks of the year and where we are right now. And the title of the show for tomorrow night is A New Year Saying Crap. We got a number of things we need to discuss politically that's going on in our country, things that are going on in your community, So if you want to get down and dirty with some hard talk about politics tomorrow night and what's going on in your community, come back, be with us, and join us at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 Pacific Time, as we discuss some political stuff. Again, I want to thank my man, my homie, Mr. Bey Bright. We live right around from the corner. I'm down in Southern Maryland. He's up in the D.C. area, and I just wanted to support him. I want y'all to support him, okay? He's an independent artist. Go out, like I said, go to your platforms where you listen to music, download his songs. Let's support this young man, and push him to the next level, okay? He deserves to be there. He's been working hard. So let's go for it. DMV, New York City, LA, Atlanta, everyone. If you're listening from England tonight, you already doing it. But hey, here in the United States, let's show the brother some love, okay?
That's what I need. You booking agents, you talent buyers, you sponsors. Bey Bright, I'm open for business, baby. Let's make this money.
Okay, man. All right. Hey, look, everyone. Have a good week. Take care of yourself. Remember, the virus is still out there. Get your vaccine, wear your mask, be safe, remember your loved ones, hey, let's get ready. We're going to have a dynamic year for 2022 at Urban Sentinel Live, Urban Sentinel Magazine. We got some things planned. They're going to be awesome this year. And hey, what better way to start off the new year? I had my brother Bey Bright on tonight.
That's what it is,
putting
man.
It down, okay?
All
Good night, everyone. Talk to you. See you next Monday night, Urban Sentinel Live. Take care. Be good. Peace out.
All right.